you going to do with this guy? Well, apparently nothing, but how about this? On Saturday, he'll line up across from Jaguars guard Tyler Shatley, who ranks dead last among all guards in pass block win rate this season. Good luck to Shatley. Marcus, how are you game planning for Jones with this Chiefs pass rush?
Triple team him, I guess. Trying to figure out how the hell you can get him to not play in the game. Ultimately, you got to, one, move your quarterback. That's number one. And two, if you're Jacksonville, you get Travis Etienne and some easy throws, easy access for Trevor Lawrence. And I'm not just talking about running the football. Screens, dump offs into the out to the flats, over the center of the line of scrimmage. You hold it too long, Chris is going to get you. So that's the key.
I thought you were going to say pray. Sometimes you say that, but, you know. I don't know what to do. Okay, next up, Joe Burrow, who made it very clear that he didn't mind playing on the road as an underdog this week in Buffalo. Listen to this.
I always enjoy going on the road. It's just you and your guys. Feels like it's you against the world, and that's where we like to be.
Do you feel like an underdog going into this game?
I never feel like an underdog.
Key, you like that mentality?
Man, I love him. He just got so much swag, unlike them stale quarterbacks of the past. He just got swag all the way around. You saw it in college. You see it now. Dude walking with mink coats and Cartier glasses. He just makes you as a player feel like I'm rocking with him. I'll say it again. Not like them stale, boring quarterbacks of the past, Dan.
I feel like you're talking about someone in the studio.
Shut up,
Sorry,
Laura.
Dan. Well, I don't know. He said stale quarterbacks, Dan. Anyway, Key, you never miss an opportunity to just give something to the quarterbacks.
Man, Dan is like my brother. He knows. He knows.
Yeah, I know. All right, the Bengals defense, meanwhile, will have their hands full with Josh Allen. Head coach Zach Taylor talked about the challenges that the Bills' offenses possesses.
Not only is he a great player, but they've got so many good skill weapons that it just allows the quarterback to take advantage of the matchups or the open zones, and you don't really have to force the ball to anybody. And so that's they just got such a wealth of talent there. At receiver, at tight end, at running back, and of course at quarterback, that it allows those guys to win their matchups.
Dan, if you're the Bengals defense, how would you game plan for Buffalo?
Well, I think that Josh Boyer, their defensive coordinator, they actually just fired today, did some good stuff to force Josh Allen to play uncharacteristic last week. So on first downs, there's got to be a very specific mindset. Now, Josh is incredible. We all know that. But on first down, I'm going to give Josh what he doesn't want. Everybody knows that on first down, Josh is this aggressive playing quarterback. I do not care the personnel or the grouping or the action. Give Josh what he doesn't want. What Josh doesn't want is that check down over the ball because it's not fun. All these defenders that you have for you give nothing over the top. You give nothing in that secondary. Get your secondary or second level guys to get great depth. I'm going to give you one thing on first and second down, and that's not going to be a flat route. It's not going to be an intermediate throw. I'll give you the back over the ball. That's all you get, Josh Allen. Can you get him to get over aggressive and make a decision to push the ball down? Because that's not what he wants, that easy check down. That's step number one. Third down, now I'm going to get you to go where I want you to as a defense. Imagine if you're the Cincinnati Bengals and this is Trey Hendrickson. This is Jalen Phillips, okay? An elite speed rusher. What you tell him to do is get up the field right now. Josh wants to get to his right. Right now, that speed rusher up the field is going, you can't get through. You see this wall right here? Josh, you're not getting there. I want you to go to your left because I loop on the backside with these defenders, and now Josh thinks, great, I got something to the left. While I do that, there comes this double team on Stephon Diggs. Gabe Davis one-on-one. Steph, you're going to get doubled. Go to the left for Josh Allen. And the third thing, just a little bit of mousetrap. Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard now. Speed rush. Just get up the field, guys. All I want you to do is use speed to get behind the quarterback. Josh gets aggressive in these moments. Climb the pocket. Now I'm going to tell my two defensive tackles, you're not going up the field. All I want you guys to do is build a wall right in front of the quarterback because those speed rushers are going to get him to climb the pocket. Again, when I do that, Steph, you're going to get doubled. Somebody else, you got to win. We're going to spy Josh. He's essentially going to run himself into exactly where we are. Josh is an elite player, a great player. He is ultra competitive. First down, give him what he doesn't want. Third downs, double Steph, and then take him where you want, maybe to his left or up into the pocket. Easier said than done. Cincinnati's got the mindset and the people to do it defensively. He didn't play great last week. This is a blueprint that can be copied.
All right. Yeah, they're so good on third down. By the way, I'm glad your ears got back a hold of that IFB.
How are my ears so big and the IFB
I don't know
can't
what's
stay
going on. We need to figure out the tension there. Get a zoom in on that. Let's see. Stick that thing in there. Come on. By the way, Dan, you're not as stale as Keith thinks you are. Maybe that's it. You got too much wax in there. All right, still to come as the 49ers get set to host the Cowboys on Sunday. We'll tell you how Dak and company.
Not only where they go from Tom Brady, but where they go offensively, philosophically, and how they move forward in the future.
Yeah, totally necessary move. There was zero connection for this offense. I'll go back to the year they won the Super Bowl in 2020. I remember being on the show talking about, well, they don't use motion at the snap, play action pass. They started to do it. They go on to win the Super Bowl. I remember saying they're so dependent on elite execution. Well, they can do that with Hall of Fame wide receiver, Hall of Fame tight end, number 2 wide receiver that's as good as anybody in the NFL, Hall of Fame quarterback, one of the best right tackles in football, and the best center in football. Yeah, so you could be execution dependent. Last year was the same thing, except Gronk was still there and AB was playing at a high level. This year, some of those pieces went away. This offense didn't convert a single 3rd and 11 this year. This offense was a good play action pass offense. They barely did it. So I understand, like, people's feelings are hurt about this. This is a production-based business. There's no way you watched this season, and there's no way you watched that game on Monday night and didn't think, my goodness, we got to rip it all the way down because it's a colossal disaster offensively. This was necessary in Tampa. Whether people want to admit it or not, it was needed.
I don't think it was needed. I don't think it was necessary, Dan, and I do believe that my feelings are hurt in this situation, and here's why. I've been close to the situation in Tampa because I played there. This is a repeat offender situation in Tampa. Ultimatums being given to coaches all the way back to Coach Tony Dungy, as far as Lovie Smith, and now we're looking at it and we're seeing Todd Bowles. That's what it smells like to me, because you mentioned 2020, no creativity. They went on to win a Super Bowl. They were healthy. Then last year, when they got healthy, they looked really good. This year, it was a broken down football team. They didn't have – Leonard Fournette was not the same guy. Evans in and out of the lineup. Godwin in and out of the lineup. No Gronkowski. The defense is in shambles. But yet and still, I know the ownership group down there, and this is not far from them to give coaches ultimatums. And I'm disappointed in Todd Bowles. And I know you want to certainly say, and everybody wants to say, well, what is he supposed to do? Certain times in certain situations, you're supposed to step on the table for your assistant coaches. Now, if there's something going on in between Todd and Byron in particular, I don't know. But I know coaches that I've been around will step on the table for their coaches and take the bullet for them, and I don't see that's the case with Todd Bowles. So, yeah, I am a little disappointed. A little bit.
The lack of connection. There's no connection between what this offense does, run game and pass game. The reality is this. I understand that there was a depletion of talent because of injuries. I'm watching the New York Giants play on Saturday night. Don't talk to me about how talented they are on offense. Their coaches have been complete difference makers. And in Tampa offensively, that wasn't the case. That's the truth.
Well, both of y'all feelings can be taken into account. And I lean more towards UDO because I don't know the people in Tampa. All I know is what I watched was a terrible offense this year.
Terrible.
Now, there are reasons for that, but I also saw things that could have tried to help them not be who they were offensively, and nothing ever changed from week in to week out. And I think that's what we look at as the outside looking in. Like, what are you actually doing with all of these mishaps that's happening around you to elevate the level of offense? And it seemed like it was the same old thing every single week.
Yep. Yeah, let me just say this too, guys. Over the last 2 seasons, the Bucs have used play action at the lowest rate in the NFL. Over that same span, Tom Brady has the league's highest QBR on play action. So it's like, here's on a silver platter, here's how you can fix it, and that still didn't happen. I know there's a lot of context there, but still worth pointing out. All right, Adam, more coaching news as we go to Miami. What can you tell us there?
Busy day. The Miami Dolphins fired their defensive coordinator, Josh Boyer, one of 4 coaches that they let go on the defensive side of the football today. They also relieved of their duties the safeties coach, Steve Gregory, the outside linebackers coach, Ty McKenzie, and the assistant linebackers coach, Steve Ferencz. So there were some wholesale changes on the defensive side of the football for a team that didn't feel like its defense performed up to expectations. Remember them going out and getting Bradley Chubb midway through the year, right before the trade deadline, signing him to the big extension, and then not getting huge results down the stretch. So whenever a team struggles in an area like that, doesn't fulfill its expectations, usually there are changes that follow. The changes that followed today came on the defensive side of the football, 4 coaches let go, including the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Adam, the Dolphins defense ranked bottom 10 in the league in both points allowed and defensive efficiency this season. More news from Adam coming, so keep it locked right here. And we're just getting started on NFL Live. The Bengals are going into Buffalo with a beat-up O-line, but he has doubt if the